Hey, this is Mateo Lane.
I'm Emma Willman.
And this is Inside the Closet.
Inside the Closet. Okay.
I just want to say the room is chilly, which I like.
Chilly, but I wish you guys could see how Mateo... We want to figure out a way to do video, because if you guys could see some video...
No, because I don't want anyone to see me today. I look hard. First of all, I'm wearing like old ladies wear coats over their shoulders in the springtime.
I'm wearing what old ladies wear. We can just stop right there. Say no more. The podcast
no, you're not
is
dressed
completed.
like an old lady. You're dressed
I was just repeating what you just said. Yeah.
Yeah.
He has his coat's wrapped around his head like a shawl.
I'm cold. Pip pip. Bubble and squeak.
I wanted to say last week, or I was listening to our episode from last week, and Gail and I were talking about how sometimes lesbians get intimidating or something, and you were saying how they're always nice. I want to apologize to the lesbians of Rochester, because when I was in Rochester, they were so nice and great, and when I was listening back, I was like, what am I talking about? It's just what I'm saying is not even true. It's just sometimes I get nervous around lesbians because I care more a little bit. So
probably because I think
totally.
I think you're
100% me.
You're afraid of being judged.
Yeah,
and I'm the same with the gays. When I walk into because all gay bars are, especially in New York, it's just a room of side eye. It's everyone just side eyeing each other. So when you walk in, you're intimidated. I go into that insecurity. I'm like, oh, they hate me.
Right.
But I think at the end of the day, we're all damaged. And
yeah. Now,
my friend Pat Powers put it best. He's like, we all have to stop acting like we didn't go through some deep shit trauma growing up.
Exactly.
And all we want to do is grow out our hair, wear some makeup, and put on a muumuu. And I was like, I think he's right. I think we all do want to just be Mama Cass.
Yeah.
Eat whatever we want, put on a muumuu. Wouldn't that be great?
I want to just go live on some tropical island where I just walk around and it's warm and I pick mangoes or something.
No, you wouldn't. You'd be miserable.
Do you pick them? Yeah, you pick them.
They're in a tree, so you probably get a stick or something.
Rachel Bloom listened to the podcast. She texted me on Sunday and said,
say what?
She said, I just listened to your awesome podcast.
Oh, good. I'm glad she liked it.
Yeah, she said, I just listened to your awesome podcast. And I was like, great.
Bob
She's
the Drag Queen
great.
wants you on his podcast.
Well, we've got to get Bob on our podcast.
What's it?
But I'll do it. Tell Bob I'll do
Monday?
it, and he can come on ours. We'll do that.
I'm going to call him right now.
So we haven't gotten to talk since I went to the GLAAD Awards.
No, but first I want to call Bob, and then we can get to the GLAAD Awards.
Okay, let's do it.
We have so much to catch up
Also,
on.
I will not be calling my crush today because there's no more crush. I'm no longer interested, and I'll tell you guys why.
Yeah. Let's see if he picks up. He might be in rehearsal.
Although me saying that is a little bit like the Gary Shandling joke where he's like, I broke up with my girlfriend because he moved in with her boyfriend.
Hey, girl, at work.
Oh, I was going to say you're on the podcast, but call me later.
So I'm on right now?
Yeah, I wanted to call you.
Hi, Bob.
I have a little bit of a break.
All right, work. We're on with Emma.
Hey, Bob, how you doing?
Hey, Emma.
Hey, how are you? Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I think you can hear you.
Yeah, you're a little quiet, but I got you, boo.
Oh.
I got you, boo.
We want to have you on the podcast.
Yeah, we want you on in life, or a call innocent or something.
Yes.
Also, you're going to hear that's my show in the background. What's going on?
Just your personal show in your dressing room?
I'm the man.
You're in...
Yeah, see, you're the...
I'm the man.
Bob, you're in your dressing room right now?
Yeah, Bob, where are you?
I'm in Berkeley, California, in the dressing room at the Berkeley Repertory Theater.
Oh, beautiful. And you got a big show tonight?
And when does your show start? Are you still in rehearsals?
We are in previews. And previews are like rehearsals and shows. You rehearse during the day, you perform at night.
Awesome. What's
It's like all day, all day.
How long is the show? How long is the show?
Yeah, how long is the show?
There's two shows. We do one a day, except on twice a week we do two.
Wow.
And each show is about 3.5 hours.
What?
Good Lord.
3.5 hours. So on the double shows,
oh my God.
We do about 7.5 hours of theater.
Wait a minute, Bob. How do you even maintain your voice?
Yeah, how do you keep your voice up?
Barely.
Yeah.
And on the single show days, which is 4 times a week, 6 times a week. No, 4 times a week. We do 3.5 hours of the show. So
what you're telling me is when I come see the show, I have to bring Adderall and a catheter.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
I had no idea.
I know that's. I know, and Bob, it's Angels in America, and Bob's playing. Are you playing? You're playing.
I am America.
That's so exciting.
No, I play a character named Belize. He's a nurse.
You better believe it.
Hey.
Okay.
You better believe it. No, he's a nurse. So Roy Cohn, who was a lawyer. He's a real lawyer. Roy Cohn was actually Trump's lawyer.
Oh wow.
Jesus.
And I'm Roy Cohn's nurse.
So this is based off of real life.
Lawyer.
Yeah, you never seen Angels in America,
No,
Emma?
I'm not.
Oh.
I'm not.
Emma's never seen Angels in America, Bob.
Well, seeing Angels in America. I mean, the production doesn't happen that often because it's such a big undertaking.
Right.
But yeah, so it is. It is. There's a couple of. I mean, some of the characters in the show are real, and some of them are made up.
Right.
Like Roy Cohn is a real person. Ethel Rosenberg is a real person. She was one of the people who. She was a woman who was convicted of espionage, and was sent to the electric chair for being a communist.
But
wow.
Bob, you said that this production they've added in to make it more contemporary. They've added in Susan Boyle.
No, he's kidding.
I did not say that.
Okay.
Do not make people think that I said that.
To make it more contemporary.
I said Simon Cowell.
Yeah. Simon Cowell just sits on the side of the stage and yells at everyone.
Do you like?
Exactly.
Do you like Berkeley?
When the main character is on his is like really sick, Simon Cowell just goes, "It's a no from me."
Do you like Berkeley, Bob?
The worst death scene I've ever seen in my entire life. It's like you didn't even rehearse.
Bob, you're 100% doing an Australian accent.
I got it. Do you like Berkeley? Bob, do you like Berkeley?
I do a pretty good New Zealand accent, though.
Is it because you can't do the Australian accent, but it sort of sounds like it?
Probably. Here's my New Zealand.
Okay.
Well, here we are on the podcast. We are Inside the Closet podcast here with Mattia Lane and Emma Wilson. I'm absolutely having a lovely team here, and I think they're lovely people.
Very nice.
It was, well, real quick, Bob.
Better than I can do.
Will you tell us the story about the guy in Scotland who you couldn't hear his name?
Oh, no, it was Ireland.
Oh, this is Ireland.
And I walked to him and he goes, hey, I go, you're really great. What's your name? He goes, Bagel. I said, Bagel? He goes, yeah, Bagel. I said, your name is Bagel. He goes, yeah, Bagel. I said, can you spell that? He goes, M-I-C-H-E-E-E-L. I said, Michael? He goes, yeah, Bagel. I was like, all right, girl. I have to run. I love you very much.
I love you too.
Bye, Bob.
Bye, Bob.
All right, bye-bye.
There you go. Finally got Bob on.
I never got my question answered.
I know. I don't think he couldn't hear you, Emma.
Yeah, it's all good.
You kept asking.
Do you like Berkeley? Do you like Berkeley?
And then he's like, and another thing about Australia. He couldn't hear you.
I'm so curious what people think of Berkeley because I do like Oakland, but
Didn't we go there? Or we just
we
went
were
to San
in
Francisco?
San Francisco, yeah. Mm-hmm.
So, can we talk about the GLAAD Awards?
Yes. Okay, so I got to tell you about this.
I feel like this podcast, just FYI, is going to be Emma telling me stories and me going, wow. And then we're going to be like, well, that's all the time we have for today.
You want to start?
I have nothing to share.
Okay, well, I got
so
you.
I want
can
you to
float
talk,
you.
yeah. Although, well, I will say well, no, you go first and then we'll talk.
Okay. So, GLAAD Awards, and I haven't told Mateo.
That's great. So I was saying the other day that,
So I
by the way, why do you get to go to the GLAAD Awards? I want to go with you.
Let me tell you this. I was a +1. It wasn't like Emma Willman had a ticket. And
they had signs, no Mateos outside.
So the actress who plays Valencia is so sweet. So her and Rachel had messaged me, do you want to go to are you free the 12th to go to the GLAAD Awards? Yes, I'll be there.
What did you wear?
Ricky's girlfriend, Julie, helped me pick out a little outfit.
Work.
Thank God. She's a stylist. Thank God, because it's hard for me figuring out what I'm going to wear. She picked it out. It fit, except I gained 5 pounds, which on my short body is like a lot of weight.
Now, why did you gain 5 pounds?
Because I haven't been exercising and I had been drinking beer.
Okay, that's what I wanted to hear. Go on.
And do you think did you notice? Did I gain weight?
No, I didn't notice anything, but I'm saying if I you're very health conscious, so if you gain 5 pounds, I'm like, I wanted to hear you say you're drinking.
I don't want to gain weight.
Well, then
I was a
don't
fat
drink.
kid. You guys all need to know that I was like a fat kid, and it feels awful to be like trapped in like
Emma, you're not
blubber
fat.
suit.
Just because we had to break down the wall and have a tractor bring you in here doesn't mean you're fat.
I'm not fat at all now. I know people are listening to that like, oh, really? You're the man one with that. But no, I'm not fat now. But I was as a child. I promise.
I don't think you look.
I promise you,
Emma, you look great.
Thank you, but I did gain 5 pounds. I just
want to hear you say you're drinking.
Well, I stopped again.
How recently?
I stopped and then I started, but let me tell you.
So you didn't stop at
but
all?
I was not drinking at the GLAAD Awards.
Okay,
And it actually was easy because when you're in the sober mindset and you're like spiritual and like checking in and you're just taking it a day at a time, it's so doable. Then once you start drinking again, it's like, at least for me, it's like you kind of go like off the racetracks. But it was good because the person I'm so close with who's having eating anorexia stuff, she was telling me about it and she was like, it's not about the food, and I was like, it's about stress. And then I said, I have like problems with like consumption stuff too. And then actually that was like a good moment for us because we like that was good.
I just want to say it's always one day at a time.
One day at a time, which I haven't been doing since then. But this is GLAAD Awards, so you're going to get a kick out of this.
Okay.
So I get there, and I'm with Gabrielle, and we go and we do red carpet, which is really fun. Now,
I hate the red carpet.
Now, Britney Spears is getting an award, so all of the people are like, what's your favorite Britney song? What's this about Britney? And they're asking stuff about Crazy Ex.
Lucky.
Until we get to the Advocate. So everything is fun. Britney, what do you think of Britney? Oh, Crazy Ex-Girlfriend, congrats on a new season. Guess what the Advocate asks?
I don't know.
I swear to God, and it's loud there, the person's like, hate crimes. And I'm like, what? They're like, how do you guys feel about hate crimes? Like, how do you feel about hate crimes? Pulse nightclub.
I feel great. How the fuck do you think I feel about it?
I was like, wait a minute, hold on. And it's loud there, so I was like, wait.
They put me in the Advocate recently. There was an article.
I was
so
like,
I
wait.
Talk shit about them.
Well, they're great. I actually love that magazine. But I was like, and at the website, but I was like, wait a minute. I want to make sure we're not missing any. They were asking a long question about how, Pulse nightclub people were now saying that it wasn't a hate crime and they were trying to get our thoughts on that, but they phrased it in a pretty roundabout way. So I was like, wait, we want to make sure we got every word. God forbid we answer this wrong. When we're walking around a red carpet, everyone's like, Britney Spears, Advocate. I mean, hate crimes. Hold on a minute, Advocate. Like, I am so with you.
Let me just say, for someone who's been on the other side, because I have been on the red carpet interviewing people for so long.
Do you think they were just trying to...
You gotta come at them with fun questions, because you get about 30 seconds with each person. They have handlers coming around.
Also, the truth is, though, of course, like, we're gonna, like, answer the question.
Don't tell Cardi B that Love and Hip Hop reminds you of Hep C.
Did you do that?
Yeah, of course.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did.
What did she say?
She, rightfully so, was, treated me like shit.
Well...
I thought it was very funny.
I think it's pretty funny.
I don't know. They're trying to make people... That's the other thing, too. On my side, I'm always trying to make celebrities laugh. Like, they're not ready to laugh.
Was not trying to make us laugh. Also, I felt like they were trying to, like, trap us, and I felt, like, very protective of that.
They weren't trying to trap you. What they were doing is that they knew that they were there with the Advocate and that they were trying to get people's opinions on stuff they could write about.
Hate crimes are... horrific.
Because they can't write an article about what Emma Willman's favorite Britney song is, but they can write an article about Pulse and then sort of the reaction from celebrities.
I would hope that... how do I feel about hate crimes?
Bad.
Words cannot express the level of
what they should have said is, do you mind if we ask you some questions regarding LGBT politics? And you could say, yeah, and they could say, just letting you know, recently Pulse nightclub said that it wasn't a hate crime. That's what they said. I have no idea. How do you feel about that? Then you could answer back, be like, obviously it was, and we have to keep fighting as LGBT members and show representation.
Well, I did it, and we did, and then Gabrielle was like very like articulate, and we did it. I wish I could find the clip because we both like. We handled it well, except for some part of me was almost like about to laugh a little bit, just that all of a sudden...
You're a comic.
Just walking all of a sudden, like, so hate crimes. I'm like, excuse me? Like, all right, yeah, the comic in me kicked in.
Of course.
So we get into the room where the whole thing is, and it's like a big gala. Okay. We get over to where the Crazy Ex table is. Now, Gabrielle has on her thing one number for where she's sitting, and then I don't have that number.
Uh-oh.
Her table's like number 400. Mine's like number 2. I'm like, well, I'm guessing I'm not in the better. I'm guessing 400
in this case is the
better than
number.
2, yeah.
2 is like in Connecticut.
Literally, they were like, oh, your table's in New Jersey. Like, my table was when you walk in, there was like a side table. There's no cameras there.
It's actually the kids' table. They took the Thanksgiving kids' table and put you there.
Right. It's like, I was like, oh, do I need to like cater the event? Like, what's going on here?
Yes, we have some ugly black shoes and terrible black clothing.
You're going to need to be serving
and you have to serve. And when you serve, look so angry. Look dead. We want you dead looking on the inside. I've never seen one. And God love caterers. I know so many friends who had to do it. It's a tough gig. But they come up to you like,
I ate the food.
Like, I have to do this, and if I do it, I get my soul back.
100%.
Like someone's holding their soul hostage.
So I walk her over to the Crazy Ex table, and she was kind of like, all right, well, like, we'll figure it out. She's like being like super, super sweet. And I was like, you know what? It's all good. I'll just go sit over there. We'll wait for everyone else to come, because with the Crazy Ex, it was our table. There were some cast members from that, and then some cast members from Star Trek.
Excuse you?
There's Star Trek has gay guys on it. No, the TV show. They've got gay guys on there.
Yeah, but is there a Star Trek show right now?
Yeah.
There's
gay guys.
What's it called? Star Trek what?
Gay Star Trek.
It's called Gay Star Trek.
It is, but they're gay.
Faggots in space.
There's like a gay character.
There's always someone, you're saying, there's always someone gay.
But this is like an out gay couple on Star Trek.
Hey, girl.
I want
Arms, set, go.
Beam me up. I want us.
Yeah. I'll beam you down. You know. We could find some fun puns. Beam me up. Good one, Emma.
I think that we should...
I'm interrupting your story the entire time because I have nothing to share, so I'm just going to tag everything.
Oh, please. I want us to start doing some kind of gay news recap. I think it would be good for us to learn the news.
Okay.
So
I want to start doing live shows every month in New York, and so if you agree with that,
yes,
email us and let us know.
We want to start... Oh, I thought you were asking if I agreed. I was like, I do agree.
Well, I would hope
I know you
agree.
do, you fucking idiot. I think... and we're going to start making some premium content for you guys on Patreon.
Oh, we're going to be making PBJs for people who need them.
Oh, I'll literally... I'd make...
Mateo's about to end up living under a bridge, so...
Mateo got some bad news on work stuff this week. But
bad news everything.
Bad news everything, but right before I had that... Right before my best week ever, when I got cut from stuff and didn't get stuff. Remember?
I know. Hey, if anyone out there knows how to get free flights... DM me on Instagram. Dead serious.
I mean, yeah, me too.
No, I need it right. I need it desperately right now.
Him too. Him first.
First me. Guys, I pull some strings.
If you're in a tight spot, I have tons of frequent flyer points.
For what? Would you really?
Of course.
No, I'm not taking your frequent flyer. You gained all those. You keep them.
Well,
how many frequent flyer points do you have?
I think I've got like 80,000 right now.
That's okay.
For two. I got a lot. I haven't used them in a while. But this is so. I'm at the table, and then when it's like time to eat, I'm like, okay, I'll go back over to my one. But then the showrunner, who I think is like Aileen, who's like this like amazing, brilliant woman, she came over and she was like, you're not gonna sit over there, like you're gonna sit with us, and that made me feel really nice. And then she's like, I'm gonna get you a seat. So she got me a seat at the Disney table. With the Disney kids. So I was kind of at the kids table. There were adults there too, but it was there. So I didn't.
Who is at the Disney table?
Mateo, I recognized some of the people. Like they were like famous people, but I didn't.
Be honest, you didn't
know
who
I
they
did.
were.
Two of the kids I'd seen on like a billboard
Zach
somewhere.
and Cody.
No.
Aren't they like 50 now?
It was a girl that looked a little bit like younger Selena Gomez.
It probably is just a younger Selena Gomez. They all have them in a factory.
Yeah.
So that was a Selena Gomez that didn't come out right. So they're like, you know what? You get a Disney show.
They had like a real dykey lesbian handler, and it was funny because Aileen was like,
hello everyone.
No. So they had like a real like handler, and I end up like sitting at the table talking with them. It's good. Crazy Ex did not win the GLAAD award, and you know what I was thinking? I think they should have.
Well, yeah, because you're on the show and they paid you.
But no, I was thinking about it. I was thinking about this.
What?
So this is who won. Brooklyn 991. Have you seen that show?
No, I didn't even know what that is.
It's a show, and it's successful, and one of the characters on it is bisexual, and that's all good.
Uh-huh.
But I was like, you know what? No show. Crazy Ex-Girlfriend, first of all, the lead actor who plays the straight male in it is a gay man of color. And so a gay man of color is playing the straight heartthrob in it. That's fucking awesome. Then there's a bisexual guy and a gay guy playing a couple who are both straight in real life, and the way they handled that was awesome. And then Valencia and me, and they handled that bisexual line way different than the other bisexual line. Plus, it's a goddamn musical.
I just want to say
What's
that
gayer than Crazy Ex?
Emma's hands are moving like she's explaining like a play in the NFL.
Yeah, I was.
And the losing play. If you had like that board, you would circle it and move it.
Now I'm like more into the show than ever, because I was like, and you know what? I was like, I don't even know if I believe that actress is a true bisexual. And then everyone was like, Emma, I didn't say that out. I said that to one person, and they were like, this is the thing. When we do comedy, we say like whatever.
Right.
Like, so I said to someone, I go, how do they know that she's bisexual? And they were like, what? And I was like, that actress is up there saying she's bisexual to get the award. Maybe she's trying to get the award. And they were like,
check her DMs.
They go, Emma, that's awful. And I was like, oh, I'm just kidding. And then I was like, ooh.
Here's the thing is like as a comic, we're so used to sitting with other comics where we say every single thing on our mind that when we're around normal people, they're wildly filtered. And so we're just saying stuff. How many looks have I gotten where I'm like, I just ruined the dinner conversation. Right. I ruined this dinner. I've ruined this breakfast.
Because it's
I've ruined everything.
It's encouraged in that setting. So then all of a sudden it's like out in the real world, and you're like saying stuff like she's faking it, and so people were like, "What are you?" First of all, and then I did research on the actress, and no, she's not. She's actually a very, very well-known bisexual advocate.
Okay, good.
So my bad, but we don't know. Maybe
you win the award. You walk up. You're like, and I just want to say, bisexuality isn't real.
Yeah, well,
and then everyone boos you, and you're like, I'm just kidding.
I love them. Yeah. So then
bisexuality is real.
It really is. So then we end up like hanging out. There was people from Pulse nightclub there. There was some kids from like. See,
in those situations, you can't make jokes.
No, with them,
but that's when your brain's like must make joke. The reason why we want to make jokes is because we like. In any moment
of
tension,
exactly.
Yeah,
but you know what? The kids, there was the two guys I met that had been at Pulse nightclub were so nice, and one of them was like joking around a lot. Like they were really great.
Once someone jokes, like they open the gate, I'm like, oh, thank God.
Yeah, the guy was like.
That's why I love drag. When
I wish I remembered his name to give his YouTube page a
When
shout
I was
out.
at the Out 100. It was the same kind of thing. Janet Jackson was there, red carpet, blah,
I
blah,
talked
blah.
about you at the GLAAD Awards. I forgot to tell you this. And a guy, he's like a big Broadway actor, said, I love him.
Really?
Yes, I forgot to tell you this.
What's his name?
I forget. He was in Book of Mormon, and everyone was like, oh, you know.
When Mormons just believe.
This is how this happened. We were talking, and then he was talking about how he lived in New York, and it was like something, and he said something. He's in a pilot with Nicole Byer.
Oh,
and
work.
I said my friend is friends with Nicole Byer, and he goes, oh, and I said my friend Mateo, and he goes, wait, Mateo, and he goes, was he on Colbert recently? I go, yeah, and he goes, I sent that clip to all my gay guy friends, and I said, this is the voice of a generation.
Oh my God, that's so nice.
Yeah, I like was storing that to tell you, and I'm glad I waited.
Give me a job.
He was this like gorgeous gay guy.
Oh, that's so sweet. You got to find his name.
He was in the pilot with Nicole, so be like, Nicole, who's the gay guy in your pilot with blonde hair who was on the Book of Mormon?
I'll thank him in person.
Please, he was really, really, yeah.
But I was just going to say, with the Out 100 thing, it was the same thing. And so I literally, the whole night, was just stuck. I was with all the drag queens. It was like me, Monet Exchange, like, you just stick with Marty Cummings. Like, I just stuck with the queens because I'm like, I know we're all going to share the same sensibilities as a comic. So, like, we could, like, make off-color comments the whole time.
Exactly.
Like, when Janet Jackson came out and I turned to Monet and I said, LaToya looks fabulous. You know, like, only Monet is going to laugh at that. Well, everyone else is, like, up in their ass.
How's Monet doing on Drag Race?
Monet is a fucking brilliant, fucking amazing, incredible, fucking awesome monster.
Yes.
I fucking love her. Monster as in the fact that she's dominating and killing it.
I love it.
Because she was in the bottom twice, so she had a lip sync, and her lip syncs are legendary!
She brought it back.
She's so good!
You've made me see drag queens in a way I never thought about. You know what I mean?
Well, because I've just been impersonating for so long.
And when you see the finished product, you don't think of when you see the finished product of entertainers, you almost don't think of them as people. And then you're like, oh, you had to start somewhere. And
let me just say, Monet and Ms. Cracker are representing, because Ms. Cracker, I think, is going to be president soon. I mean, just God. Is so beloved. Like, she started with like 50,000 Instagram followers before she went on the show. Guess how many she has right now?
200,000.
415,000.
What?
And I mean, Monet just got to 200K. So they're killing it right now.
I'm so happy for them.
They're killing it. I'm almost at 80,000. I really want to get. Of you. How do I get to 100,000? Will that get me a job?
Well, Can
anyone tell that I'm desperate for money right now?
So we need to start doing our like premium content stuff, which I think we can start doing.
I don't know how to do that. Will you just tell me what to do and I'll do it?
How's your personal relationship?
Amazing. He comes here in 2 weeks.
That's so interesting that when a personal life is going better, then it's like having a hard time with professional stuff.
It's not that I'm not going well professionally. No sad song for me. It's just that 3 major things in my life. Remember my show Ghost Hunt on Snapchat?
Of course.
Yeah, MTV said no to it. And then another network, I was doing a show, and another network, I think I'm crazy, Emma. Another network was backstage. A big TV network, and I walked in and they go, oh my God, Mateo, we love you so much. We were just talking about how much we love you. And I said, then why don't you give me a job? But no, I'm sorry. I'm done.
Right.
I'm in a mood. I am done with people walking up being like, we love you. Like, stop telling me that. You know that I'm about to live under a bridge.
My friend,
Should I not have said that?
No, it's totally. No, you didn't say which place.
I'm not, no sad song for me. I'm just like, it was just 3 big things that all said no. So like, it's like, I'm looking at my life. I'm like, all right, Mateo, you have no backup plan.
It's because they happened right at the same time.
Uh-huh. And I have no future projects.
Well,
I got nothing. I've got nothing. I've got nothing. So if anyone out there can get me a free flight, thank you.
So so I think one thing with this stuff too is it's like, it's just when something happens, the timeline of stuff can be like uncanny.
I want to host just a TV show that says I hate you, and we just bring people on to explain the things that they hate.
I get that. In Trump's America, that might get.
I'm kidding. No, I don't want to do that. I don't want to bring that kind of negative energy in my life.
Maybe it could only be people that like.
I'll do a cooking show. I'll wear a diaper. I don't give a shit.
I saw when you said diaper, that just got me some flash of some porn that I watched.
Oh my God, you're watching diaper porn?
Yeah, I'm not intentionally, but I was like clicking around.
Just speaking of porn, real quick, because I realized I don't think I have a fetish. Like a lot of people have like deep, dark fetishes, and I admire that because you like something.
I like
and
dirty
you can
talk.
Go for
I
it.
like dirty talk.
Okay.
I do.
Dirty
like
talk is not wearing a diaper.
You know what else?
Everyone likes dirty talk. No one wants like silent sex.
Well, so I got to tell you this. So so the episode that aired last week, we recorded 2 weeks ago, and that's when my crush called. Things have changed 100%.
So this is Canada.
Yeah, there's no more of that.
Just okay.
We'll be friends.
Here's how I want to go through this. I want you to give me
the timeline.
No, I want you to give me the log line of what happened, and then let's go through it.
The log line of what happened is
like this.
There was a misunderstanding.
What was the misunderstanding?
Who we were as people.
As people?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
So when we first met, I thought it was like some like special connection thing. I'm not used to like talking to someone as like when I first meet with someone.
Wait, back up. Because I want to go through this, but I want to just hear. I want to hear up front what this is, then go through it. So what do you mean by different people?
I think I thought that she was. It takes a long time to get to know people.
Yeah,
but I think I miscalculated.
You thought she was a relationship girl, or
no, not even. I think I thought that. There was this point, her and I were only talking for about like 2.5 months, right?
Right. I still am trying to get.
I feel like I need to give the timeline to say what I'm.
But we know the timeline, so I want to.
Not since the last episode.
So what? A
lot happens in 2 weeks, Mateo.
Okay.
A lot. And I'm back on the celebrity dating app.
Oh.
And you know what?
Huh.
I was showing someone my pictures, and I hadn't realized this.
I'm in your pictures?
You're in a lot of them, but you know what else is? And someone was like, Emma, what are you doing? And this maybe was why I wasn't getting a bunch of matches. Remember when I was on that ID Discovery show, and I played a murderer, and then I shot myself? Way back, like 6 years ago.
Yeah.
I was on that reenactment show, so there's a picture of right after my character shoots himself, and I've got blood all over me. And I think it's a really cool picture, because I thought it was kind of artistic.
Emma.
And I had it on the dating thing, but I thought it was because I thought it looked really cool.
Emma, what are you?
I had it
on. Give me your phone right now.
I took it off the app this morning.
I want to go through your pictures. How many pictures can you put up?
I'll show you the app. But so this was the picture that I had up there.
Come on, Emma!
No, but doesn't it look a little artistic?
No, it looks like they rescued you from a train accident.
Well, I had just shot myself, but obviously it's a.
That is horrifying.
But no, obviously it's filming, isn't it? Obviously filming.
There's nothing obvious about that.
I guess it just.
Let me describe the picture.
We're in hair and makeup.
Emma.
Don't I look like little?
No.
That was when I was very fit.
Oh my God, Emma, you look like Emma. You should have.
I've had it up for months.
Why would you put a picture of you covered in blood?
Because I thought it was artistic.
There is no camera, no makeup artist, no director's chair, no. You're not on set. There's nothing with you holding a thing.
Set.
But it doesn't look at. You're in a chair next to a woman who looks dead, and you have blood dripping all over your face.
I thought that it looked like it was obviously from like camera lighting.
There is zero obvious camera lighting. It looks like you survived a car accident.
Well, yes.
If I saw that picture, I would swipe no so quickly.
God damn it. I've had that up for months.
Emma!
I thought that it was obvious that it was on set.
There's literally...
Deadly Affairs was like one of the highlights of my career, so I was trying to show like cool stuff.
All right, let's go through the checklist.
Okay, Mateo's right.
We're going to go with the checklist. Where's the Is there a camera?
You can't see it in the picture.
Is there a director's chair?
You can't see it in the picture.
Is there a makeup artist?
Everybody was off to the side.
Is there a PA? Are there chords? Is there a set? Are you holding the thing that you say cut in action? Take 2, take 4. Are any of those things
All of those things
in it? Is there lighting? Is there a set of lights around you? Is there a trailer? Is there anything in there? I want you to describe I want you to describe the picture so that our audience can know exactly what it is.
I'll post the picture, but the thing you guys have to understand is like it is a close up, and no, none of those things are there, but all those things were like right around me, so I can picture it. I guess I just
Emma, that's like watching a movie and being like, oh, I know you know that dinosaur, but it's actually CG. If you go to the computer, people don't see that when they're watching the movie. They don't show the director, the PA, and the movie and the lighting crew.
So this is not good.
That's horrible. I would say that, oh my God, this beautiful young girl survived a car accident. Am I wrong? I mean, I can't even believe it. Emma!
That's what, when I did radio this morning, Taylor was like, oh, let me see your pictures. Then she was going through them, and she was like, cute, cute, cute. Oh, you and Mateo. Oh, that's cute, cute. You and your niece. Cute, cute. Oh, my God. What is this? And I was like, it's when I did my episode of Deadly Affairs.
It's shocking. It's jaw-dropping.
Yes, because it was a horrific crime that happened on the show. So on the show, I shoot her, drag her body. You don't
lead with that picture, do you?
No, it was in there because I thought I was trying to show. Look, I do serious roles as well. But I guess they wouldn't necessarily know that.
I mean, Emma,
I just thought that I looked very fit.
I am literally blown away.
So maybe that's why I was having problems.
I don't know.
So now I've way updated my like dating thing. So. My pictures on it now are pretty good. I'll send it to you.
So now let me go through the rest of the pictures.
Yeah,
okay, so these are adorable.
Yeah.
These are so cute.
I want to figure out what to say to this
Except for the one where you're murdered!
I know. So this is what happened with... I'm glad that things are going so well with you and your man.
Kike. Yeah, things are going... Well, that's the only thing that's going really well.
And you're fit. You've got your health.
Yeah, I mean, I go to the gym.
It's because the first thing that goes when I'm not being fit is when I'm like things are tough is my like health. So you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So then it's like because things are going to go back up with career stuff.
They better. I don't know what I'm going to do.
They will. How could they not? You know.
Maybe I sound so. I'm like maybe I need more Instagram followers. Doesn't that get people's stuff?
Yeah. That's my profile dating.
I found that's a beautiful picture of you. You look beautiful.
Thank you.
Look at you.
Okay, so this is what happened. Oh wait, and we should get to some questions.
You know what would be better though if
you
just poured a bucket of blood all over your head.
It's gonna look like I'm into some weird stuff.
I mean, can someone draw Emma whitewater rafting as a zombie with blood all over her?
So this is what. So I'll post a picture for you guys so you can see. Also, if anybody wants us to look at your dating profile, that could be like a feature.
That would be a whole thing.
I think that would be fun.
Pay us.
And we have some.
Questions.
Good questions.
But I just want to quickly know what happened with Canada.
Okay, so this is what happened. So first of all, she listened to our like live episode, and I had already told her everything about it, and then I was like, listen to the one we did after that, because after you call, it's like pretty apparent that I have a crush on you.
was listening to past episodes and was like,
yeah, he was.
Well, I don't say anything bad.
No, it's just like,
but I don't need him to know that I'm having sex with a stripper from Magic Mike.
Right, exactly. So,
and it was only once.
Yeah, which you should be proud of, but there's no need for him to see that.
We watched an episode of Charmed before we had sex.
Did wasn't exact.
Yeah, that's what he made me watch. Which
before
was kind
you
of
had
fun.
Sex.
Yeah. Huh. Really gets you in the mood. Well, Charmed.
So she, I end up going to her birthday party. Like everything's nice. Something still felt a little bit weird.
Yeah.
But go to her birthday party. That's nice. And then, you know, there had been some back and forth with whether or not she was gonna like come. I didn't know if she was gonna like way back. It's just that when we started talking like really quick, and we were like FaceTiming every night. But I've never FaceTimed with anyone. I was following her lead on the tempo of the conversation, you know? But I really liked her. But now I think that she had just been in relationships back to back. So I think she was just like kind of like putting me in that slot.
Yeah.
Whereas like she just wants someone to like recap her day with. And I do think that we genuinely enjoy each other's company, but we don't know each other at all.
But you were disposable.
Yeah. Also,
You weren't an investment. You were disposable.
Yeah, and also
which is fine if that's what you lead with.
I'm fucking like.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like she didn't lead with that.
Not at all. And also, I think to be fair to her, I don't think she knew. But so this is what it was like because there started being certain things where she was like. But this was the big one. So Friday, I was like, Thursday, I was like, I'm leaving for a while to go to Boston. Do you want to hang out when I'm done with my shows tonight or get dinner or something? And she was like, oh, no, I can't. I'm going to a leather party, but I'll talk to you later. And I was like, okay, cool. So
that would break my heart.
Well, yeah, I was like, I would.
Right. I'd be like, oh, you invite me a leather party? That means sex. Like,
and she had gotten handcuffs on her birthday for me to use with her. And she wore those to the leather party. She just would not be a good girlfriend. I'm not interested, whatever. She's never done anything, too. Besides, I really like her personality. But it's like, we're 2.5 months. We should still just be getting to know each other. And it should be nice and, easy. So then I was like, okay. And then her and I don't talk for, 24 hours. And then my mom is with me. And then she, starts FaceTiming me the next day. So at this point, I've changed her name on my phone to Player Bad News. I'm such the girl of the situation. I've changed her name to Player Bad News. So I FaceTime with her. Now she's calling a bunch. I'm like, oh, she probably just didn't have fun at the leather party. So now she's looking to reconnect. So then she's telling me about her day, blah, blah, blah.
This is all putting a knot in my stomach because I know I've been in those shoes.
So this is a first for me. So this is so good. And that's why this is a first for me. So then that night I end up having a great show. I'm feeling really good. And I go back and we're talking and then I'm like, I want to stop you right there. I was like, what do you want from me? I was like, I think that you and I want two different things. And she's like,
good for you for saying
because
that.
I was like, all we have is the reason I am attracted to someone and want to get to know someone is if there's something real there. And we can actually authentically talk to each other and have that to get to know each other. Because why the fuck would we do it otherwise? Why waste each other's time? We're really lucky. We're not married. We don't have a kid. We're just getting to know each other.
Look at you, Emma. Look at you.
And I did another healthy thing, too. So
you ate a kind bar?
I hate kind bars.
I do, too. Well, what did she say to that?
So she was like, yeah, I think we want two different things. She's like, I'm totally torn. Part of me feels like I need to be single and the other part feels like I need to be in a relationship. And I was like, I totally get that. And you're 23, 24. That's where I was at, too. I was like, but I don't want to be caught up in the mix of that. And then also I was thinking, I was like, man, she really kind of led me on though in this weird way. And then switched what she was. And she was like, well, I always move too fast with people. And I was like, cool, I don't. So I don't. I thought
Emma, good for you for sticking
up for
yourself.
This stuff that I thought was a really special thing where she's sharing all this stuff. And then I am too. In my brain was because I thought we had this incredible connection. This is not normal. I wish you guys all we all knew each other longer so you could know that that's not it was a good lesson for me because I've had people be the other receiving this.
It ended because and Emma, what happened when you were honest and stood up for yourself?
She crumpled a little bit. She was like, "Why don't?" And you know what I said to her? I was like, "You know what? The thing is." Okay, there's this person. I was like, if you really like someone, then it's not going back in your head should I be single or should I be with someone? Because you just like them.
When you like them, you do everything to be with that person.
And you want to just keep getting to know them. I was like, it shouldn't be so complicated. Also, I was like, she's like, I felt like we were ramping up. I was like, to what? I don't even know. We're still really getting to know each other. I don't know if we would be a good fit for a relationship. Would a relationship even be monogamous? I have no idea. We don't even live in the same city. I don't know. And then I was really thinking about it. I was like, she's great. I really enjoy her company. The sex is fun. I was like, but both of us are in the arts, even though she's on the business end of it. I think relationships work when one person is very stable. At least one person has a calming, yin and yang.
Relationships work when communication
Man
is
one,
open.
woman one. I'm just kidding.
Do you know what I mean, though?
Yeah, communication is open.
Well, you can both be crazy.
Absolutely.
You can both be grounded, etc., etc., etc.
That's so important to me because I'm
just communication is key.
Yeah. So then she was kind of I don't know what I want, and then she was texting me this is really hard, and then we talked and it was fine, but it made me all of a sudden just look at her in a totally new light. Especially, and then she said this line, which I was like, "Are you fucking kidding me?" She's like, "My feelings take a long time to develop," and I was like,
"Excuse me."
Yeah, me too.
What do you think? What do you think of the fast food of relationships? You son of a bitch.
Yeah, and I was like, your feelings take a long time to develop. I was following
your defense.
Your tempo.
It's you're busy. You're fucking on TV. Yeah. You really need to worry about this girl in Canada. No, if you've already showed that you're making an investment. You're showing her that this is worth it to you.
Yeah.
And she's playing you.
And also, I was there was because she's only in town for
I just
April.
wanted to add the fact that you're on TV. I don't really know if that has
Well,
anything
guess
to do
what
with
happened? I pulled a dirtbag move. So that one of the nights right after, nothing happened. Right after one of my shows, like I think it was the Friday night or the Thursday when she was like, "Oh, I'll go to a sex party. See you later." Also, I don't give a fuck if I'm dating someone and they go to a sex party, but just like let me know.
That would kill me.
I mean, it is a little shitty because we weren't seeing each other in a while, and I'm sure if I really truly believe if she had a good time at this sex party, then she wouldn't have been calling me like that the next day. You know what I mean? Like, it was like she just didn't have a good time at it. But, so that night, after the show, I was hosting a show at the Comedy Cellar, this, like, model comes up to me. And women models in real life are really tall.
Oh, yeah,
so
they're
this,
9 feet tall.
Insanely tall girl comes up and she was like, "You're so funny, blah, blah, blah." And I went to shake her hand and she just, like, was holding my hand. And then afterwards, 2 people were like, "I think that girl was flirting with you." So I was like, So I was like, what do I do? And they said, "Go over and ask if she's on Instagram." So I went over and I go, "Are you on Instagram?" She was like, "Yeah, oh my God, let me give you my, like, info." So she gives me her info, and then her Instagram caption is that she's an actress. I go, "You're an actress?" And she's like, "Yep." And she wasn't verified, so I was like, "Oh, I don't think she's on a show." So I go, "I'm on TV." And she's like, "I know that. Like, we have a mutual friend. Like, I know, I watched the show." And I was like, "Oh." But I can't believe that I said that. Like that's like such a, well,
it's not cool.
First of all, it's not cool. Second of all, I'm not like that as a person.
No.
Third, I just spazzed out. Wait,
are you going to talk to this girl more?
No, she's totally straight and married. But she was being flirty. But still,
there may be a chance.
Still, there's no chance. Maybe I should message up that opera singer.
Well, let me fill you in on my life.
And I also need to learn new manners when I go on dates because I realize that I talk with my mouth open when I eat.
Okay.
I need to learn.
You do need to close your mouth, and when you're done eating, then you can speak.
Yes.
That would drive me insane. Who told you this?
Canada did point it out. I'll tell you this. Canada and I had a great time together. That's the thing.
Did she point it out in the final fight or during?
No,
I was like, that's when she was holding in.
Yeah, no, that was her and I had fun with it. That's the thing too. It's like if this had been played differently, we could. I mean, maybe her and I'll still have fun and like hook up or something. But I was like, what the heck? It could have been so much simpler. Like, I think that she's been with people in the past that, like, all of a sudden are like, okay, we're in a relationship, and that means this and that and this. But I thought it was so clear to both of us that that's not what either of us were going for, but Jesus. Like, there was one time we were talking about tattoos, and I was like, I'd never want a tattoo, I can't commit to it. She's like, me too, and we both, like, looked at each other, and I was like, yeah, it's indicative of our thoughts on relationships. So don't put on me. You know when you're with someone and you feel like they're putting on you everything from their past relationships?
Well, I've done that before in the past. I've had about 7 husbands. And my last husband, David Guest, I really thought he was special. I met him at Michael Jackson's 30th anniversary special. I sang You Are Not Alone. You never said goodbye. Someone.
Do you even know what I'm talking about right now?
Okay, we got another email. Hi, story time for Emma and Mateo. Ooh, oh boy.
Is it long?
This might take up the rest of the episode.
I mean, I have complaints.
Okay. So late to the party. I'm a newish listener, and so far I'm all caught up on the most recent episode for the last few months, I think. So in my free time, I've been going back and binging some of your earlier ones. Thank you so much.
Oh, God, what have I
I'm
said?
actually listening to episode 2 with Mike Kelton right now, and you guys are talking about something that happened to me, but the scenarios are switched around. To this day, it still makes me a little uncomfortable to think about, though at the time I did not know how to react, so I just didn't. Here's the aforementioned scenario. I live in Atlanta. Oh my God. I live in Atlanta and saw you two recently for your Netflix special.
Oh, wow.
Thank you so much. Which has a wonderful growing and I live in Atlanta, which has a wonderful growing and thriving gay community.
Growing. It's the mecca of gay.
It's big. I'm a straight woman with a boyfriend of 3 years. Congratulations.
I really thought this was a gay man the whole time.
And we often visit predominantly gay midtown clubs with our friends. So one night we went out to meet up with an old college friend of my boyfriend's, a gay man who has 2 other gay men with him.
Work.
Though we had not met them before. So we're all hanging out on the patio, just chatting, catching up, whatever, when one of the men starts commenting on the way my boyfriend looks. Of course, he's handsome and adorable and often gets hit on when we go out to these clubs because, duh. So I'm looking at this guy, sort of giggling at him, and he points to my boyfriend and mouths, he's cute, to which I enthusiastically nodded, yeah, bitch, you're right. Then he mouthed, is he gay? And I laughed and said, no, sorry, he's mine. At this point, our conversation became obvious, and the guy looked at his friend, not old college friend, all disappointed. They went back and forth a bit like, oh, that's really too bad, and yeah, he's so cute, though, and I'm like, haha, whatever. Then one of the guys looks at my body and says, well, of course he's with you. Look at those legs and those tits. Then he reached out and freaking fondled my chest for a solid 10 seconds. So remember when we were talking about Mike Heldon, how like women would just kind of like grab him and be like, "Oh, you're so cute," and like touch him. And so this is happening where in reverse.
How did you remember that? I didn't remember that at all.
I remember, well, because she's basically saying this happened to her, but with gay men like touching her.
No, but I'm like, you have the mind of a bear trap. I barely remember that.
My memory is great for like certain things, but not where I put my keys. Yeah. That's the truth.
Yeah.
So fondles me for a solid 10 seconds, just like bouncing the twins around and commenting on their size.
Not okay.
Not okay. For reference, I'm 5'2", around 130 pounds with a bigger than average boobs. Ooh, hello. Oftentimes I'm embarrassed of them and try to hide them under higher neck shirts because anything else makes me look like I'm trying to show cleavage when I'm not. Mm-hmm. But on this night, I happened to be wearing a dress that showed some cleavage, but hey, I wasn't really expecting to be full on groped in front of the whole damn club. Mm-hmm. Needless to say, I was taken back. The audacity of this guy stunning me. I didn't know how to react. If he was a straight man, he would receive a swift punch to the blah, blah, blah.
A gay man can too. What's the difference?
I'm going to skip this a little bit. So then the guy basically said, "Was that okay?" No one else really seemed bothered by it, so I just sort of laughed it off. My boyfriend looked at the guy like, "What the fuck was that?" But I think he was also weirded out by the whole thing and didn't want to turn it into something it wasn't. Mm-hmm. But still, was it something? I still think about it this way, even though it was 6 months ago. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think you should totally feel like violated and... I mean, it's different. It's not a sexual thing, but no one should invade your space.
Here's the thing. Regardless of your sexual orientation, your body is your body, and no one is allowed to touch it, even though you're not, quote-unquote, sexually interested, so it's not like a hit-on move. It's still the violation of someone's body. Mm-hmm. There's plenty of straight people who constantly come try and hug me or touch me, and I'm not comfortable with that. I make it very obvious. So she has every right to go to him and say, "You know what, you did this to me 6 months ago. I know your intentions weren't such and such, but you need to know that you can't touch my body regardless of your sexual orientation, that you violated, you made me feel bad. It was a harassment."
I feel like I've like seen things like that. Yeah, that just like happens.
That happens a lot. That happens with everyone. But I'm saying I get what she's saying. If there's a gay man doing it to a straight woman
come up and touch your muscles
all the time.
All right, and they're like, "Ooh,
yeah, touch my muscles, touch my chest, touch my butt."
That's so interesting.
And I will say, it depends on who it is. Like if Sydney Washington or Marie walks up to me and grabs my ass, I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
But I also have a relationship with them. I'm fine with them. We understand each other.
Right.
But there's a lot of times people will just grab me because they think, "Oh, because I'm a gay guy, it's whatever." Even straight guys will do it because they think whatever. And it's like,
that's so
not that I'm like, police. But yeah, it's just about what. And you can't.
It's the entitlement and also of not even the power structure.
I wouldn't grab your boobs and we're this close.
Totally. I mean, it's like, could you imagine?
If I grabbed your boobs?
I don't know. I would just
that'd be really odd for us, wouldn't it?
Yeah. I mean, I
can't imagine you
totally
grabbing my butt.
flat-chested.
But see, like, even I grew up in a very touchy-feely home, and we're Italian,
I'm very
so everyone's like
touchy-feely,
touching you. But
this is different too, and this is in front of a group of people, so you are totally in the right for feeling weird about this.
Yeah, of course.
Just like Mateo and Mike were discussing how being gay men does not mean you become someone's toy or object. Me being a straight woman around gay men in a gay club does not mean that I become the same. Exactly.
I also don't think that this situation is indicative of all gay men. I think this is a situation where it happened to be this gay man.
Right, and same with all straight women grabbing.
Of course.
Yeah.
Next question.
Okay, this is we got time for this one. Hell yeah for dance meetup. Hi, Emma and Mateo. Would be so cool if you guys did a meetup in New York City somewhere and then went dancing. I agree. Feel like you could also organize it with the bar and make some money from it if you wanted. I really feel like you would get a good crowd. Still loving the show and listen every Thursday. Thank you so much. Yeah, so you want to go? Maybe we should get some people to go dancing. I feel like I'd be really awkward.
I'd rather just do a live show.
Okay.
I don't want to go dancing with people I don't know.
Well,
I don't even like dancing.
I always feel like I know people if they like listen to something. This
is your fault. You mentioned that you brought up that we should go dancing.
Well, I like hanging out.
I'm self-conscious. Well, we should hang out like a diner or something.
Yeah, have a group meetup for people that listen to the podcast.
We should do. I just think we should just do a monthly live show. I just did Cumtown's show. It's packed.
Yeah,
and they just do a live show. They don't record it or anything. They just do a live show.
I think that would really fun.
I think I would like to do a live show. I do my show every day. 20-minute hot topics.
And then we got an email that said, "How can I listen to your podcast?" Oh my God. And it's from someone at Squatty Potty. We'll say, we'll just marry you. How about that?
Well, Squatty Potty, you managed to find our email. So
I think that maybe our intern Tyler emailed them.
I see.
Okay, we're just...
Oh, yeah, well, Squatty Potty, we'll email them back. I still need my Squatty Potty.
Tyler did.
Oh, work.
Okay.
Everyone should follow Tyler on social media. Tyler, is your Instagram private, Tyler? What's your Instagram? Mead by Mead?
Mead by Mead.
Okay, follow him. We both follow him, so just look who we follow.
Yes, Mead by Mead. Tyler will tag himself when he writes the description. And does
Perfect.
Thank you, Tyler. All right, we got time for one more question. After I came out, shit hit the fan, and I almost didn't make it. But I started listening to your podcast, and I remembered how to smile. Thank you.
Aww,
and how to be
that's
happy.
sweet.
I made new friends, but I wouldn't have left my room if I hadn't listened to your podcast and laughed. So thank you. Mateo, you're so fine. And Emma, I go straight, but for you, but vaginas scare me. Okay. Platinum star gay right here. Never touched a vagina. And I was a C-section, so I've never touched one. Oh, yeah, my question. So would you rather have penises for fingers or vaginas for ears? Oh, great question. Ooh.
What's the question again?
Would you rather have penises for fingers or vaginas for ears?
Good one.
I guess I'd rather have penises for fingers.
I'd rather have vaginas for ears. Because because if I had penises for fingers, it would be hard to hold stuff.
Yeah, it'd be hard to text.
And then, yeah.
But vaginas for ears is going to be fucking the side of your head.
Yeah, but you can cover it with headphones, earmuffs. You could put your hair over. I could wear a wig.
True.
Finally, I could wear a wig. My thinning hair. So I could wear a wig.
Yeah, I wouldn't want someone fucking the side of my head.
And also, like that looks more. That makes more sense. Like for your ears.
Yeah, you're right.
Say.
Easier to hide. Okay,
I would think
vagina.
so, yeah.
Okay, we're both team vagina for ears.
Vagina for ears.
Love. He says, "Feel free to say my name. I'm out and proud." Luke Millender. Thanks, Luke.
Well,
vaginas for ears. Great question.
Thank you, Luke. And you know what, Luke? I also found my strength in listening to podcasts with gay men. It was called PNS Explosion.
Great
And
name.
if I didn't listen to that podcast when I came out of the closet, Lord knows where I would be. Honestly, truth, hand to God, that is what saved me.
Awesome. That's our episode for today. I think that by the time we record next week, something cool is gonna have formed for you, and there's just ups and downs with stuff. And I think it's always great when you share this stuff because it's to see you're just such a rock star. So it's good to it's almost like, oh wow, if Mateo feels like stressed about stuff, then everybody does.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
I'll be. Who knows what I'll be doing? Lord help me. If you know how to get free flights to Spain, DM me.
And when is your man coming?
9 days.
9 days, and he's no return flight home.
No, he has a return flight home.
Okay.
We're both going to Spain because I have to go to a wedding, and then we're going to do a week vacation for my birthday.
Oh, that is exciting. Where are you going to go for the vacation?
Well, that was our plan, and then I have no money,
right.
So I don't know what to do.
Okay, you could do a staycation.
So it'll be a birthday present if anyone wants to give it to me.
Yeah. When is your
No,
birthday?
because I have to sing in this wedding. I have made so many promises that I can't keep because I lost out on this huge job opportunity.
It sucks. And
So
going to a
now
wedding is really expensive.
I have no money.
Going to a wedding. If anyone has any ideas for wedding gifts you can make on a budget,
I'm singing
that would
in the
be
wedding,
good.
so that's their wedding gift.
Yeah, that is a nice gift.
Yeah. All right, let's go.
Okay, thank you guys.
Bye.